This video is brought to you by Squarespace. More on that later. Alrighty, well, hello sinners. How are ya? Health is wealth, is how the saying goes. To some, this means that being in good health is priceless. And to others, this means profiting off of gullible people at the expense of their health. I think the latter accurately describes not only how the wellness industry operates, but also how many health and fitness influencers capitalize on this. The creators peddling that nasty-looking green chalk water aren't all to blame though. It's a tale as old as time. For example, fad diets have been around since antiquity. In the making of this video, I learned about a Roman statesman who believed consuming cabbage and urine cured multiple GI issues. And on behalf of all my ancestors, I'm so sorry. I wish you didn't have to find out this way. The wellness industry really took off in the 1900s because thin was in. And up until then, curviness was the beauty standard. Venus from the birth of Venus had the ideal body type. And the amount of fad diets that came and went in the latter half of the 20th century alone was ridiculous. Some were marketed to skinny folks, but for the most part, fat people were the target demographic, specifically fat women. Looking at these vintage weight loss ads, they are beyond out of pocket by today's standards, but like 50, 60, 70 years ago, they were the norm. Once upon a time, you could actually buy obesity soap, and that wasn't even the most absurd weight loss product from that era. Hey fatty, are you looking to shed a few lbs? Try meth. Really? Now hear me out. Yes, this was a very real weight loss method in the 50s. But the winner for me has to be this ad from the 70s promoting inflatable pants, and in theory, it's supposed to slim down your midsection. 1 cup of broccoli and you can kiss those pants goodbye, you know what I'm saying? With all this in mind, it's hard to ignore the parallels between the wellness industry then and the wellness industry now. It's only the medium that's changed. Don't get me wrong, the wellness industry isn't all bad. Taking care of your physical, emotional, and mental health is vital and should be encouraged. I just think it's a shame that the factual, helpful advice is easily drowned out by wellness influencers selling snake oil to their impressionable followers. And yet, I can't stop watching. We'll be looking at a few wellness Instagram accounts today, but I'll start off with the person who sent me down this mini rabbit hole. I would almost call him the final boss of wellness influencers.
3 habits to go from soy boy to macho man. First and foremost,
do you want to get boned?
if common candies actually told us the truth on the label. Autism in a bag.
Schizophrenia.
And I know way too much about his balls.
This is everything I do and eat in the day for big balls and relentless energy.
The reptilian overlords don't want you to know this. If you chew on mainstream gums, like these ones here, it's gonna cause your testicles to shrink.
Slaps his balls.
I slap my balls. Do you slap your balls?
My new bestie for the resty, or should I say testy for the resty, is Christian Van Camp, a holistic lifestyle coach with 178,000 followers on Instagram and almost 50,000 followers on TikTok. According to Christian, he's coached hundreds of clients on how to become a confident, testosterone-fueled man by slapping each other's balls. But Christian is one of many new age health gurus spreading blatant misinformation in the name of holistic living. To be clear, I'm not saying our healthcare system is perfect. It's far from it, if anything. I also think holistic treatments do have their time and place, and the last thing I want to do is minimize the latter's cultural significance in different countries. However, in my opinion, a lot of these holistic influencers prey on people's desperation to alleviate their symptoms, whether it's by demonizing modern medicine or promoting unregulated supplements that they just so have an affiliate link for and saying that it will cure all their ailments. That being said, autism in a bag is comedy gold, especially knowing how many gay autistic people are watching right now, which, let's be real, is most of you. In all seriousness, Christians referring to the theory that eating foods with artificial coloring will trigger the onset of autism spectrum disorder. As of now, there is no concrete proof that the two are linked. However, some studies have found that red 40 may trigger hyperactivity in children with food dye sensitivities, so fear not, friends, eating a handful of Skittles will not make you autistic. Probably. You're thinking of vaccines. I'm joking, by the way. Let me go on record to say that I do not believe vaccines cause autism because it's objectively false. That theory has been debunked several times over in the past 20 plus years. But I don't know. Should we listen to the scientists with years of experience and knowledge under their belts? Or the guy who guzzles raw eggs? That's a tough call. What's next? You're gonna tell me Christian believes in eating raw meat too?
Raw meat is loaded up in parasites, bacteria that you do not want in your body. It's going to cause a whole host of issues if you eat raw meat.
Maybe Christian's more based than we thought. You know what they say about making assumptions.
I'm just playing. I've been eating raw meat almost daily for the past 12 months, and it's improved my health drastically.
Wait, is that just ground beef with red onion sprinkled on top? Raw meat is fine, but salt and pepper is where he draws the line. It takes true talent to make ground beef look dry.
Whenever I was eating cooked, like the ground beef, even some of these nice fine cuts, I noticed that I felt heavier after the meals. I noticed that I didn't feel as hydrated as well. And this is because the meat, when it's in scorching temperatures, it breaks down a lot of the fats, the lipids, and it degrades them.
Maybe your meat was into being degraded. You don't know.
Another big part of this is the nutrient profile goes down and the amino acids get entangled, which causes it to be a lot more challenging to break it down.
And you know what's even more challenging for your body to break down? E. coli, salmonella, listeria, as in all the parasites you risk getting when you consume raw meat. I'd rather miss out on a couple amino acids than piss diarrhea out of my ass for a week.
You can go on a run after a pound of this raw meat, way easier than any cooked, and you can feel it intuitively, the life force that's retained in this.
You could probably feel the life force because that beef was still mooing this morning. It gave up its life just for you to sprinkle red onion on its raw corpse. Before we continue, I'd like to thank today's sponsor, Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one digital platform for entrepreneurs, content creators, girl bosses, or just anyone who's looking to stand out and succeed online. No matter how new your business is, Squarespace makes it easy to create a beautiful website, engage with your consumers, and sell anything. And I mean anything, from physical products to digital content like subscriptions and courses, even your own time, all on your own terms. And managing payments is simpler than ever. You can accept major credit and debit cards, direct deposit, or any other popular payments directly through Squarespace. In addition, Squarespace provides dozens of website templates for any and every industry. You're also able to adjust the text, upload your own images, resize those images, add different sections, and so much more. Their endless customization options ensure that your website reflects your brand as best as possible. So if you want to bring your online business to new heights, head over to squarespace.com/Annamarie Forcino for a free trial and use code Annamarie Forcino at checkout for 10% off your first purchase. Again, that's code Annamarie Forcino for 10% off at squarespace.com/Annamarie Forcino. So thank you to Squarespace for supporting the channel and for giving me and my sinners the tools to succeed. Now let's get back to your scheduled programming. With all this talk about liking it raw, it makes you wonder, what does Christian's dating life look like? What does he look for in a woman? Well, when I see a woman who has strong chemical-free pheromones, is healthy, tan, and fit, eats beef, raw milk, plants, and zero industrial slob, is spiritual and faithful, believes in God, doesn't have a pronoun, and there it is. Have you been drinking a little too much raw milk lately? We all use pronouns, buddy. Your video literally starts out with, "When I see a woman." Is unvaxxed, wants to be a homemaker with 4+ children, and doesn't trust big food/pharma. This is a really great example of the wellness to alt-right or the wellness to fascism pipeline that's picked up steam in the last few years. I'm not accusing Christian of being a fascist, just to be clear, but I think a lot of it has to do with the right's obsession with conspiracies. The man they've been worshiping the past 8 years has brainwashed them into rejecting everything mainstream media says, so they wind up falling down the conspiracy rabbit hole. Now, I'm not saying the media is trustworthy. Do not take everything you see at face value. But some people take it a smidge too far, and suddenly they become the town crier, talking about how satanic reptilian pedophiles are turning the frogs gay, or whatever. I have a video about a similar topic coming out in the next few weeks, and I'm so excited to dive further into this topic. In the meantime, though, let me know your thoughts.
You know she's not the one if she loves her sunglasses and sunscreen.
Fellas, you know she's not the one if she loves lowering her risk for melanoma.
Sandy
Oh my god, he's spawning. They're like Trisha and Trixie for people who wear natural deodorant.
sandy toes and dog kisses give her the ick.
Dog kisses? Please tell me you're not the kind of white people who kiss their dogs on the mouth. That's f***ing disgusting. Between that and the lack of seasoning earlier, you guys are really not helping our case.
She prefers boozing over shrooms.
She's not a yogi, a Pilates girly, or a gym rat.
She's scared of raw milk and saturated fats.
I think it's actually pretty reasonable to not want to drink parasites. Cows stand in their piss and all day. That's why we pasteurize our milk, to get rid of those parasites and bacteria. I just know toilets hate to see Big Christian and Little Christian coming.
Research shows that different fabrics have distinct energetic vibrations that either lift up and uplift your energy or drag it down.
This is just a polite way to tell your friend that their outfit sucks. But really, he's right. Certain fabrics do bring your energy down. But, for example, the shirts from hellosinners.com made of 100% cotton give you all the energy and vibrations you'll ever need. Or so I've heard. You can also pick up a tote bag made of 100% certified organic cotton at hellosinners.com. That's hellosinners.com. I'm a shell of the person I once was. Ooh, this next one's gonna be good. Big Christian's gonna tell us why we're not actually depressed. Save us, hippie Jesus. Save us from ourselves.
You're not depressed.
You just haven't.
Oh my God, man, you gotta stop spawning like this. I can't keep up anymore. So we have Big Christian, Little Christian, and now Man Bun Christian. It's like a full Pokemon evolution.
You just haven't. Sunned and slap your balls.
Damn. If only I had the proper equipment, I could have been cured of my depression ages ago. It seems my fellow AFAB individuals and I are chopped liver. But I didn't realize holistic medicine was this homoerotic. After hearing about their nuts this much in a short amount of time, I've decided that sunning and slapping your balls is gayer than anal sex.
Slug some raw eggs.
Consciously breathed in the past minute.
Popped your magnesium.
Has it ever occurred to you that some of us are waiting till marriage to pop our magnesiums?
Slept 8 hours nightly.
All right, Man Bun. You got me there. You got me there.
Started your online business.
Ate some grass-fed beef.
Worked out in weeks.
Gone for a 15-minute walk.
And pet a cat.
I know parts of this video were in jest, but I still think it's worth discussing how so many people have such a simplistic view of mental health. On the surface, a lot of their advice is decent. Great even. We should all make sure we're exercising enough, going outside, getting quality sleep, and most importantly, sunning and slapping our balls. This is all great for our physical and mental health alike, but it's only one piece of the puzzle. For some with depression, implementing these key changes in their routines will make all the difference, but for others, that's not enough. Sometimes they need a little extra help, like therapy and medication, which is just as valid. So to say something like, "Oh, you're not depressed, just go on a walk. What's the big deal? Have you tried slapping your balls, kid?" I don't know why I started talking like if a meatball suddenly grew legs, but whatever. But it minimizes the struggles a lot of people go through and paints mental health as this one-size-fits-all concept. But yeah, I'm probably depressed because I like my eggs well done.
I'm a dangerous man. I get my women off birth control and coach them to take out their breast implants.
Ugh, ugh. The vibes of this video just became so sinister. I'll say it. This guy's scary. Ladies, you're gonna wanna keep your organic guava liver detox smoothies covered around this guy. So just a quick recap of the Christian Van Camp cinematic universe. There's Big Christian, the OG, Little Christian, Man Bun Christian, and him.
I'm a dangerous man. Of course I slap my balls.
Never did I ever think that I'd be relieved, grateful, happy even to see Christian slapping his balls. What a palate cleanser after seeing him.
I'm a dangerous man. My pronouns are king/boss.
I'm a dangerous man. I would never vaccinate my children.
Wait, what the fuck did he say? If there's ever a measles or mumps plague in the next 10 years, I think we found the source.
I'm a dangerous man. I don't believe that men can get pregnant.
You just haven't tried hard enough.
I'm a dangerous man. I drink my own pee.
I need to learn more about him. So apparently, this is Troy Casey, aka Certified Health Nut on Instagram. I agree with one of those words. And he's known for drinking his own pee.
This is aged urine.
Ooh.
This is about 6 months. It's got that nice brown tint to it.
Dude, that looks like congealed Red Bull. Holy shit. I love how he calls it aged, like he's making a fine wine.
And then, of course, oof, gnarly. Smells like ammonia.
There's no way. There's no way your 180-day-old piss jar smells bad. If you're a real one, you'd spray it on like perfume.
The research that I've shown is it's good for parasites, it's good for your gut microbiome. So of course, we can drink a little bit and see what happens.
I'd love to see the research, though. This detailed, meticulous research of yours. Dude probably brings a straw to a public pool.
But the way I like to use it ultimately is topically. So you put a little bit in your hand there, and then you just rub it on your skin.
This video is making me age like urine. Jesus Christmas. People probably smell him before they see him, you know? Here's a podcast where he elaborates further.
What is the science behind drinking your own pee?
It's good for parasites. It's extremely powerful.
Yeah. It's the stench, dude. Aged urine tends to have an overwhelming aroma.
I have a little bit in the morning, and the topical I really like for the skin as well. I do use it for my skin.
So you pee on your skin?
I pee in a mason jar and I let it ferment for a couple weeks.
No, you f***ing idiot. He pees in the jar and then puts it on his face after a couple weeks. What don't you get?
And then I put it on my body, and then I'll go work out. Like, I'll lay in the sun for a while, I'll put it on my body, and then it feels like I get a huge pump. And I've never done anabolic steroids, but I can only imagine. I just feel pumped. I feel vascular.
I don't care if drinking my own pee cures cancer and makes me and my family millionaires overnight. I'm not doing it. And if I did, I certainly wouldn't admit it to the entire world. As a little treat, I'm going to conclude this video by showing you a few honorable mentions, all from different people, but I need to talk about them somewhere. And I need to ensure that we end on at least a somewhat high note.
Why would I eat candy bars and cupcakes when I could eat butter sticks and meat muffins every single day, yet still feel amazing? Don't you agree?
Hell yeah, queen. Okay. I tried to hang, but I couldn't. Oh my god, I'm not strong enough for this. Thank you, Land O'Lakes. On a real note, are we gonna pretend that muffin doesn't look good? Because I would have it for breakfast. Bonus points for cooking your meat, bestie. It appears to be the exception nowadays.
Your hair is an extension of the nervous system. It is ether, it is energy. Your hair is basically like antennas. It scans the environment around you. Just like when you were scared, your hairs on your arms stand up. And the hair on your arms is obviously not to keep you warm. It's standing up because it's scanning the environment around you. The longer your hair or ether is, the more connected you are to the environment around you. Also more connected to your intuition. Hair is a very divine, beautiful thing, and it's not meant to be cut. So stop cutting your hair. Hair holds great power.
I wanted to share this message for everyone who keeps pushing off their next haircut. You've been meaning to schedule it for weeks, months even, but you still haven't gotten around to it. And it's not because you're forgetful or because you moved and you still haven't found a new stylist in your area. It's because you're protecting your power. You're energetically connected to the other side, and you use your hair to do that. So thank you, kind human, for making my viewers feel better about their split ends. I'll be honest, I was gonna make fun of this, but I won't. I'm not gonna joke that I'm secretly looking for the Kool-Aid dispenser in the background. I'm not gonna accuse them of being the reason why the rent goes up when they move into a new neighborhood. I won't even say that they're the exact kind of people who would buy a vision healing masterclass, because that would be rude. And I'm not rude. In a past video, I briefly discussed the lack of third places and why third places are so necessary for community building. And maybe this is their third place. Who am I to take that away from them? So as soon as you're done smashing that subscribe button, grab 30 of your closest friends and go tickle each other in your nearest wooded area. And I'm gonna end there. If there are any other kooky health and wellness influencers you'd like me to review in the future, please let me know. And in general, if there's anything in particular you'd like me to talk about, I have a Google form linked in the description where you could submit your video ideas. Thank you so much for watching. If you had a good time, make sure to give this video a tiny, tiny thumbs up and subscribe down below. And make sure you slap your balls today, guys. Bye!